plant growth and mineral nutrition. In previous last lecture, we learned the concept of a plant development, plant growth and mineral nutrition. This topic is divided into three parts. First part is a plant growth, second part is a development, and third part is a mineral nutrition. So, in a previous lecture, we learned the concept what is development and which stages occur in a development. Development, it is the sum of the growth and differentiation. Growth means irreversible and permanent change that take place in living organism. Growth in plant is diffused and growth take place. Growth in animal is diffused and growth in plant it is a localized. Why it is localized? Due to the presence of the meristematic region. Wherever meristematic region, that is meristematic tissues are present, then there increase the number of the cell, that is growth takes place. So, student, in this lecture, we learn two important articles. First article is what is plasticity, and second article is phytohormones, that is plant growth hormones. So, student, in this lecture, first we see the term what is plasticity. Plasticity, it is the ability of a plant. Plasticity, it is the ability of a plant to form different structures in response to external, that is environmental or internal stimuli in a life of the plant. This ability is called plasticity. What is the meaning of the plasticity? Plasticity means the ability of a plant to form a different kind of a structure in response to internal and external stimuli. This ability is known as a plasticity. In plasticity, the best example is heterophyly. What is the meaning of heterophyly? Hetero means different and phily means leaves. That is, plant body show different type of the or different form of leaves in their life. So, heterophyly is best example of plasticity. Heterophyly means different type of the leaves in different stages. Different stages, that is, young stage is known as a juvenile stage and adult stage is called as a mature stage. Simple meaning, that is, in juvenile stage, the leaf structure is different than in a adult stage. This condition is known as a heterophyly. Heterophyly seen in first daily example is a cotton, coriander, and then another example is larkspur. First example is cotton, second example is coriander, and third example is a larkspur. Cotton plant or coriander plant. In this plant, when plant present in juvenile stage that is young stage, then these plant body show different type of shape than in a mature stage. That is, in juvenile stage the leaf form is different, and in adult stage, that is mature stage, the leaf form, that is shape of leaf is different. This is the simple meaning of heterophily. Heterophily means in juvenile stage the leaf shape is different than in a adult stage. So heterophily is best example of the plasticity. And what is the meaning of the plasticity? Plasticity means the ability of plant which form the different structure in response to external or internal stimuli. This ability is called as a plasticity, and plasticity example of the plasticity is a heterophily. Heterophily seen in which type of the plant? For example, first example is a cotton, second example is a coriander, and third example is a larkspur. In this plant, in juvenile stage and in a adult stage, the shape of a leaf is different. So this condition is called as a heterophilous condition. Larkspur, it is also known as a delphinium. The scientific name or botanical name of larkspur is a delphinium. This plant involved in a family Ranunculaceae, and this plant is a toxic. It is a highly toxic plant. So cotton, coriander, and larkspur show the heterophilous condition, that is, in juvenile stage and in adult stage the leaf form the different structure. Then another example is a buttercup. Buttercup is a best example of environmental plasticity. Environmental means external. So in buttercup, what the changes take place? When buttercup present inside the water body, then the shape of leaf is different. And when this plant body present in on a land, then the shape of leaf is different. So here understand this point. Hetero means different, phily means leaves, different form of the leaves. In internal factor, juvenile stage and adult stage, they show the different form of a leaf on a same plant body. And in environmental plasticity, best example is a buttercup. In this plant, the leaf show different structure when plant body present in water as well as present in air. So these are the example of the plasticity, that is heterophily. Buttercup, it is also known as, botanical name of the buttercup is a Ranunculus flavillaceus. Ranunculus flavillaceus. So in this lecture we learn the first term, what is plasticity, and example of the heterophily. First example is a cotton, second example is a coriander, third example is a larkspur, and environmental plasticity based example is a buttercup, that is Rhamnus lapillacis. So then we see the next concept, plant growth hormones. Hormones means they are also called as regulators. They are also called as a phytohormones. What is the meaning of phytohormones? Phyto means plant. The hormones which are present inside the plant are known as a phytohormones. So, growth hormones are also known as growth regulators. They are also called phytohormones, and they are also known as a growth substance which are produced by the plants. So, what is the definition of growth hormones? The hormones which are produced by plants. The hormones which are produced by plants, and they involve in various physiological activities that take place in life of the plant. So they control and regulate growth, development, differentiation and physiological activities. So growth hormones are very significant. What is the definition of growth hormone? Growth hormones are the substances which are produced by plant which regulate or control or promote or inhibit the various physiological activities that take place in plant body. These substances are known as a plant growth regulator, plant growth substances or phytohormones. The Starling scientist who first discovered these plant hormones or plant growth hormones. So, what are the characteristics of these growth hormones? First characteristic of growth hormone, that is, they are a simple compounds. First characteristic are they are a simple compound. Second characteristic, they are small in size. Next characteristic, they show diverse chemical composition. They show diverse chemical composition. And another most significant characters or the characteristic of these growth hormone, that is, site of synthesis is different than the site of action. What is the meaning of this sentence? That is, they are produced in one site, but they are transported into another site where they are active in condition. So, synthesis and action of hormone is different. That is, they are synthesized in one place and they are transported to another place, that is site, wherever they are necessary to perform various physiological activities. Then we learn the types of the phytohormones. auxin. Second phytohormone is known as a gibberellin. Third phytohormone is known as a cytokinin. Next plant growth hormone is abscisic acid. Short form of abscisic acid is ABA. Capital A, capital B, capital A. That is the meaning of ABA is abscisic acid. And lastly, last hormone is known as a ethylene. So remember these growth hormone. First hormone is auxin. Second hormone is gibberellin. Third hormone is a cytokinin. Fourth hormone is abscisic acid, and last hormone is a ethylene. Plant growth hormones, they are also called as a PGR. P means plant, G means growth, R means regulators. So here remember one point. Plant growth hormones, that is phyto hormones, classified into two types. First type is known as a promoter. Plant growth hormones are classified into two types. First group are known as a plant growth hormone promoters, and second type is known as a growth hormone inhibitor. So this point remember. First type is a promoter and second type is a inhibitor. Promote means they enhance or they accelerate the rate of the physiological activities, and inhibit means they stimulate or stop the various physiological activity that take place in the life of the plants. So plant growth regulators are classified into how many types? They are classified into two types. First type is known as a promoters and second type is known as a inhibitors. So out of 5 plant growth hormones, which are called as a promoters and which growth hormones are called as a inhibitors? So here remember this point. Promoters are called as a auxin, gibberellin and cytokinin. Example of the promoters are, first example is a auxin, second example is a gibberellin and third example is a cytokinin. Then inhibitors involve which type of the growth hormone? Inhibitors first is known as a ABA. What is the meaning of ABA? ABA, that is abscisic acid. So what is the role of the promoters? Promoters involve in cell division. Promoters involve in cell division. They are involved in flowering. They are involved in fruiting. And they are also involved in seed formation. So, what is the role of the promoters? Promoters, it is the group of the plant growth regulators which increases the rate of various physiological activities such as a cell division, then flowering, fruiting, growth, seed formation. And what is the meaning of the inhibitors? Inhibitors are a group of a plant growth regulators which inhibit the various physiological activities. For example, abscission and dormancy. For example, abscission and dormancy. Dormancy means the period of the plant body. The period of the plant body in which there is the temporarily growth or physiological activities are the stopped. So, phytohormones are classified into how many types? Two types. First type is known as a promoter and second type is known as a inhibitor. Promoters, for example, auxin, second example is a gibberellin, third example is a cytokinin, then inhibitor involve fourth hormone is a abscisic acid. But student, we know how many types of the growth hormones? 5. Here only 4 growth hormones are present. The fifth hormone, that is ethylene. Ethylene involved in which type of the phytohormones? That is, ethylene is a promoter or ethylene is a inhibitor. So here remember this point. Ethylene involved in both type of the phytohormones. That is, ethylene is promoter or ethylene is inhibitors. So these hormones play dual role. Dual role, that is, it also act as a promoter or it also act as a inhibitors. So these are the 5 growth hormones. First, auxin. Auxin is a promoter. Second hormone is a gibberellin. Gibberellin also a promoter. Third hormone is a cytokinin. Cytokinin is also a promoter. Then abscisic acid. It is also the best example of the inhibitor. But ethylene act as sometimes it involve increases the various physiological activities, so it plays the role of the promoter or sometimes it plays the role of the inhibitors. So these are the groups of the phytohormones. Then student, we also learn the groups of the phytohormones. First group is known as a indole compounds. Which hormone involved in indole compounds? So indole compounds, that is auxin. Best example of auxin is IAA. What is the long form of IAA? Indole acetic acid. Second group is known as a purine derivatives. Purine derivatives, that is the cytokinin or kinetin. So indole compound example is a auxin. IAA, meaning of IAA is indole acetic acid. Purine derivatives, for example cytokinin. Then third group is known as a carotenoids. Carotenoids means abscisic acid involved in this third group. Then another fourth group is known as a terpenes. Terpenes involve GA, that is gibberellic acid, and gibberellic acid is present in which hormone? Gibberellic acid present in a gibberellin. And last, the gaseous hormone. This gaseous hormone is known as a ethylene. So here also remember, out of 5 growth hormone, which hormone present in a gaseous state? This hormone is known as a ethylene. Ethylene is also called as a fruit ripening hormone. Ethylene is also known as a fruit ripening hormone. So here understand the 5 groups of the phytohormones. First group is a indole compounds, second group is a purine derivatives, third group is a carotenoids, fourth group is a terpenes, and last group is a gaseous. Indole compound involve oxime, purine derivatives involve cytokinin and kinetin, carotenoids involve abscisic acid, terpenes involve gibberellic acid, that is gibberellin, and gaseous hormone, that is ethylene. So these are the 5 groups of the phytohormones, and phytohormones also classified into 2 subtypes. First type is a promoter and second type is a inhibitor. Promoter, for example, oxime, second example gibberellin, third example cytokinin, and inhibitor best example is a abscisic acid, and ethylene play or ethylene act as promoter or sometimes it act as a inhibitors. So these are the basic introduction of the growth hormones. So student, in this lecture we learn the 2 terms. First term is a plasticity. Example of the plasticity is heterophily, and second concept or second article is a growth hormone or growth regulators or phytohormones. 2 groups. First group is a promoter, second group is a inhibitor. Example of the growth hormone: first example oxime, second example gibberellin, third example cytokinin, fourth example abscisic acid, and fifth example ethylene. Then how many groups of the phytohormones? There are the 5 groups. First group is a indole compound, second group is a purine derivatives, third group is a carotenoids, fourth group is a terpenes, and last group is a gaseous growth hormone. So student, in next lecture we learn the first growth hormone, that is oxime. Thank you.